Live your passion.
You can be anything you want. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be yourself. Live your passion. Live your passion.
Mining riggers specialize in assembling and taking down mining equipment, scaffolding and moving heavy machinery. They are responsible for aligning and anchoring the machinery, attaching loads, controlling the movement of heavy equipment and ensuring the rigging is safe for use. Meet Kenneth van Wyk, a mining rigger employed at Dundee Precious Metals, Chumep. This is his story. Born and raised at Keetmanshoop in the Karas region, the youngest of 6 siblings, Kenneth wanted to become a medical doctor. This made sense to many, as Kenneth's mother was a nurse. However, not being able to pursue his dream upon completing grade 12 at the harbour town of Luderitz, Kenneth started working with his brother, who was a carpenter. Kenneth's late father didn't take well to his technically inclined son not finding direction in life, and approached family members in Windhoek to help the young boy in enrolling for fitter and turner training at the Namibia Institute of Mining and Technology, NIMT, at Arandis.
So in my first year, I give my everything in the trade fitter and turner. Rosing Uranium that time was giving bursaries, you know. So Rosing came and they selected me because I was one of the top 10 candidates in the fitter class for that year. So they selected me and told me that they want to give me a bursary for a rigger ropeman.
The bursary was for an opportunity to qualify as a rigger ropesman, specializing in mining rigging.
I never knew what is rigging. I was wondering what is rigging and all those things. So I called one of my cousins. They said, "Hey, mister, you don't leave such an opportunity. It's opportunity. It comes once." And the rigging, it's in the mechanical field, you understand? It's in mining industries. It's to do with lifting of heavy equipment and stuff.
Grabbing the opportunity for specialized full-time mining rigger training in South Africa with both hands, his hard work paid off, and Kenneth is now certified as both a qualified fitter and turner, as well as a qualified rigger ropesman.
Today in the industry, a fitter and a rigger, it goes hand in hand, you know, because it's assembling of heavy equipment in the mining industry, on any industry that you can find. The whole fitment of equipment, you know, it is heavy, it needs to be lifted and moved. So rigging goes hand in hand with fitting, you understand. So it is actually such a good thing.
Back from training, Keneth joined Rosing Uranium as a fitter and turner. He recalls vividly how shortly after his arrival, the rigger team relocated a big acid storage tank, making use of cranes, and the reassuring impact it had on him.
So that day it was a whole spectator show, the whole Rosing, you know, from top management. They are gathering in far places, you understand, and viewing at this thing now. So the moment when we lifted that tank with 2 cranes, you know, it was so amazing for me. And since that day, I thought, you know, rigging this, I want this. I want to know more about this, you know, what is rigging.
Moving and installing big objects on a mining site is not a task completed in a hurry. It requires a thorough appreciation of load weights, hoisting capacities, and the working limits of equipment. Mathematical precision, determination, teamwork, and quick thinking abilities are key.
So whenever you come across a load that you should lift or reposition from one side, you should bear in consideration the load of that thing that you need to move. So when you come at the load, it's where you come to the selection of your equipment. So So you should know if that thing is 5 ton, then you can't go and take a 2 ton sling, for example, you understand. So you need to have the correct selection of your lifting equipment, the right size of tools, the crane maybe that you're going to use.
Standardized rigging techniques are necessary for a few reasons. Firstly, they are usually tried and tested, having been based on a fundamental physics principles and engineering standard. Kenneth is well versed in these techniques, having also worked as a rigger at B2 Gold outside Otjiwarongo, as well as at Swakop Uranium.
You see there's an elbow there, it's a section that comes from the furnace. That elbow, it weighs up to 8 tons, you understand. So before we go to that job, first we need to get our paperwork done, the permit to work. Then we're gonna be taking the equipment, the selection of the tools, you understand. So we're gonna select 6 ton slings, you understand, 2 endless rounds. So if you double it, it doubles the weight which the sling can take. So then we're gonna go to the lay down and set up the crane. We're gonna look at the ground condition where we're gonna put the crane, make sure that we use outrigger pads on the crane. And we should always make sure that the area is demarcated, that not any person can just enter into the lifting radius. By selecting our equipment, we're gonna assess and get to the job. So once we are busy with lifting the load, we should ensure that nobody gets under the suspended load, and ensure that the crane is set up in a safe way to pick the load. So we have a 55 ton crane. We're gonna make use of a 55 ton crane. Set it up in a close radius, you know, as close as possible to the load, and then attach the slings onto the load. After attaching slings to the load, we're gonna start the lift, and the rigger is going to direct the crane operator. It's the daylight, so we're gonna make use of hand signals.
Rigging techniques also tend to not vary too much, so that all riggers are using the same techniques and communication. By learning a technique and repeating it over and over, a rigger is less likely to make an unnecessary mistake while performing their task.
So at school, we are not taught what are being done here in mining. There we are just shown the applications of lifting equipment, where to use it, how to use it. So then you will have to make your own plan, you know, understand, assess, get a clear path for how you're going to lift and move this thing, or if the transport route that you are going to take, or you know, something like that.
My name is Gabriel. I started my career in 2013 as an assistant rigger. So I think I've been in the field by like 10 years now. So with Kenneth is my senior rigger. So actually I'm also qualified now as a junior rigger. So we work as a team. Because in rigging is a tricky trade. So whereby a rigger can never work alone. So actually we don't really pick who is going to do a certain job. We work as a team, like I said in the beginning. So, and every job is important, and every job we take it with concentration and with confidence. So in rigging, nothing is small or nothing is big. We tackle everything together.
Safety is a key aspect of rigger work because there are many variables at play while a rigger attempts to hoist a large object. Kenneth understands mining operations. He appreciates the risk and is always very safety conscious.
When you are long in the trade, sometimes you know already when the job comes out, you know the selection of the tools because you've done it before. But actually when you come to a new job, you will have to go and assess the area, identify the load, what should happen with this load, should it be transported this way or what is the weight of it. So then you can make your selection of your equipment, what to use. For example, you're gonna need chains for this one, or nylon slings, or if it is something that maybe can have a close contact to electricity, you understand. So you also have to know the application, what to use on that load, what to select, you understand. So there's a lot of things that you need to do. Over these years, I've quite a passion, for change. Even when I see something wrong or a sling lying around or someone in the vicinity maybe not using equipment correctly, you understand, I must address that thing. It's like, when I see something is being misused or not used correctly, it's like almost you are pinching me, and I must attend to that one. So in lifting, it's also we should ensure the safe operation, for lifting and moving of heavy equipment on the mine.
Currently enrolled for a qualification in project management, Kenneth aspires to become a mechanical engineer and to set up his own company. He also dreams of setting up a local Namibian mining rigging training institution where more Namibians could be trained in this exciting field.
Now that I already have a mechanical background for fitter and turner plus rigging, I've enrolled with LYP3, Correspondence of Higher Education for project management. Just to have a little bit of the soft side also in the industry. I would really love to become a mechanical engineer one day. With all these years of experience, and what I've gathered over the years,
Time away from the mine is spent with family or in his woodwork workshop at home.
When I'm from that hot mine, this is where I'm spending most of my time. You understand? You can see what this guy is also. He's laughing a lot, but this is my time from work. You understand? I put my whole effort into them and making sure that they grow up. Fine. I want to be there for them. Whenever they need a father, I must be present. You understand? Yes. So they are my everything. I have 2 daughters currently. They are not here with me now, but they have sisters as well. So currently, right now, it's the 3 boys. It's just a boys show there at home with mom. You understand?
Kenneth van Wyk, meticulous, thorough and reliable. His in-depth knowledge of his occupation and equipment and his detailed approach to quality and high performance make him an asset to the mining sector. His story teaches us the value of persistence, that there's only one way to succeed in anything, and that is to give it everything. You too can live your passion and become a mining rigger like Kenneth. This insert is brought to you by the Namibia Training Authority. Visit our website at www.nta.com.na to learn about other technical and vocational career options.